I'm very pleased to be interviewing Vincent Tang from Canrock. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having me, Charlene.
So Vincent, tell me about your background. How did you get to where you are today?
Sure, I spent the past 10 years investing in media technology companies, most recently with a fund called Lockwell Investments. There I invested in virtually every publicly traded company in the media ecosystem, from the content creators to the TV cable networks to the agencies, all the way down to the cable MSOs, DBS, and telcos. Canrock Ventures is an early stage venture capital firm. We invest in media technology companies in New York Metro.
You know, I'm always interested in talking to venture capitalists because the first question that comes to mind is, how do you figure out what companies to invest in? What are the qualifications that you look for?
Yeah, I think the easy, simple way to think about it is you figure out what people are willing to pay for. And what people are willing to pay for are things that they complain about. So one of the, where I spent my time in the past, I'd say 6 months, is segmentation and measurements, which is a clear problem, especially if you believe in the second screen thesis. People care about this. People are complaining because there are no clear solutions in the space, and no one's figured it out. What that says to me is people are willing to pay for it, and that allows me to find companies that can deliver a product that satisfies that need.
I'm intrigued by your comment that segmentation is an area that is a source of complaints. Can you go into that a little bit more? In what way? Is it that it can't be standardized, or?
It's in a world of multi-devices, segmentation becomes a huge problem, right? And if you believe that we're transitioning to an all IP world, the solution is pretty clear. You should be tracked on a fairly predictable basis, regardless of the way you consume media. That's not the case today. And if that's not the case, then the traditional advertising ecosystem can't survive. What that means is you have fragmented data sets, you can't track users across multiple devices, and the content creators aren't being fairly compensated for their efforts without a holistic segmentation approach.
And how do we even begin?
That is the question that I need to answer in 2014. I don't think it's one solution that figures it out. I think it's going to be an ecosystem of vendors that figure it out. The folks that can figure it out, i.e. Google, Apple, Microsoft, they're not trusted by the media networks. So what that means is you have this wide, massive market opportunity for an ecosystem of new startups to find a solution for this problem. It's going to take more time. It just means your traditional vendors who can solve this problem won't be there to solve the problem.
What are your thoughts on cross-platform measurement? What do you think the time cycle is for getting something that's close to an industry standard, for example?
I'm the perpetual optimist. Cross-platform has been around for, people have been talking about cross-platform for 15 years, 20 years, for quite some time now. I don't think it's a matter of, the technology is there. It's pretty clear, and if you believe in the smartphone penetration thesis, or just smart electronic devices like PPM, cross-platform, it's not the technology is there to solve it. Now it's a matter of harmonizing a single measurement technique, and whether that comes through an incumbent like Nielsen, or it comes from a startup, it remains to be seen. Chances are it's going to come from Nielsen, or a coalition of Nielsen, ComScore, Rentrack, and so forth. But I do think the technology is there, which is probably means we're 3, 4, 5 years away from a true cross-platform scenario. The signals that I've seen, what makes me believe that we're near a true cross-platform scenario is if you look at the networks like a NBC, for example. They're trying to sell linear and digital together in part of bundle. So when you have the network selling in a bundled fashion, you're going to have the measurement folks follow suit, and I think that's where the world's heading. We're going to see cross-platform fairly quickly.